for a great cause. I think this pales in comparison to the efforts that you've put in. And it just shows the commitment that all the franchisee owners have towards Kabaddi. And I hope that we can maintain this kind of excitement and energy levels throughout the season.
That's important, really. Sustenance is such an important word that all of us need to have. We have just a few players. They have category A, by the way, is over, where there were 32 players, 4 to each team eventually. There was a nice tug of war for the last hour and a half or so. Some of you may have witnessed it, but if there are any questions now, now's the time, or we'll all go for what we're also waiting for, which is lunch. Yes, sir. Hi, my good friend. Come on up. We can hear you. I wouldn't say a lot. You know, in my eternal naivete, no. But may I only semantically suggest that there are not a lot of Pakistani players. There are just a few. And they are some of the best players in the world. And we want to make sure that this league contains the best players in the world. We haven't taken many more, so we don't have a lot. We have just about 3 or 4 or so, which under the context of the number of players, I hope you will agree, is not a lot. So we expect the support of the media, our state governments, our central government, everybody else to say that, listen, you know, there may be a line between our two nations, and I don't want to sound like I've changed my field from sports, but you know, the soil is the same. This is
so Abhishek,
जहाँ तक प्रश्न है पाकिस्तान टीम का, खिलाड़ियों का, हमने अभी पंजाब में ये स्टाइल नहीं, लेकिन दूसरी स्टाइल के टूर्नामेंट हुए थे, जिसके भी प्रेसिडेंट के नाते मेरे अंदर में था. पाकिस्तान के खिलाड़ियों को यहाँ खेलने के लिए वीजा दिया गया था, और हमने भारत सरकार को स्पोर्ट्स डिपार्टमेंट, होम डिपार्टमेंट एंड फॉरेन मिनिस्ट्री में हमारे खिलाड़ी जो भी बाहर के हैं उन सब के लिए वीजा के लिए अप्लाई कर दिया है. और मैं सोचता हूं कि ये काम होगा. अगर कोई आगे प्रॉब्लम मेरे ख्याल से होनी चाहिए, अगर होगी तो फिर आखिर में देखेंगे क्या होता है.
थैंक यू.
हेलो.
देखिए, रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे शिवसेना से भी, अगर रिक्वेस्ट हमारे नहीं मानते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे देश की मिट्टी का खेल जिसपे शिवसेना और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के तो सारे ही लोग कबड्डी खेलते रहे हैं, उसको प्रमोट करने में उनका योगदान हम लेने की कोशिश करेंगे. क्योंकि आज भी शिवसेना के बहुत से खिलाड़ी विधानसभा में बैठे हैं, एनसीपी के भी बैठे हैं, कांग्रेस के बैठे हैं. महाराष्ट्र की असेंबली में तो ऐसे समय भी आए जहां 35-40 एमएलए कबड्डी के रहे, यहाँ स्पीकर भी कबड्डी के बने. कई हमारा कबड्डी के जो प्रेसिडेंट रहे पहले, डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर अजीत दादा पवार, वो भी कबड्डी का लीग कर रहे हैं. शरद पवार साहब ने कबड्डी के लीग किया है. शिवसेना ने तो हमारा कबड्डी का टूर्नामेंट आपके शिवाजी पार्क में बहुत बड़े पैमाने पे किया, जिसमें मैं भी आया था, और बाल ठाकरे साहब उसमें. तो मैं सोचता हूँ कबड्डी के लिए शिवसेना के लोग भी शायद कबड्डी को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हमारे इस हौसला जो हम कर रहे हैं उसको बढ़ाएंगे. मैं ये आशा करता हूँ.
थैंक यू. अब वो इतिहास हो गया. अब आगे देखते हैं कि हमारे फ्यूचर में क्या है.
I remember some of the films. Amit ji has played kabaddi, and I think in one of the films you have also played kabaddi. How much kabaddi you know, and how much kabaddi you have played really, and how much support you have from Amit ji's side for this league?
How much support I have from where? I couldn't hear your question. How much support I have from? Oh, yes. As film actors, we get to play kabaddi a lot. In my childhood, I've played a fair amount of kabaddi. When I was studying in New Delhi, I used to play for my school. I mean, I was very young. I was in, I think, 3rd or 4th standard. So my childhood, I did play a fair amount of kabaddi, which my father taught me. And my first ever experience of kabaddi was in a movie called Ganga Ki Saugandh, in which my father played kabaddi. And to go on, and then I did a movie a few years ago called Yuva, in which I played kabaddi. And so yes, I have played a fair amount of kabaddi. I have a little bit of knowledge, not as much as our very esteemed coaches in our league. And I expect the full support of my family. And they're very excited about the fact that we've put together a league which is promoting an Indian sport, and I look forward to the support of my family and the rest of my fraternity as well.
अभिषेक, जैसे कि आईपीएल में ग्लैमर हम देख रहे हैं, शाहरुख खान हैं, शिल्पा शेट्टी हैं, प्रीति जिंटा हैं, अगर इस तरह के और एक दो सितारे होते तो शायद और ज़्यादा।
मैं काफ़ी नहीं हूँ आपके लिए।
यार तुमने बोल के सब गड़बड़ कर दिया।
Abhishek?
Because this is a new venture, many of you might have been part of the auction process for the first time. So if you can share your, experience, how it has been, how fierce was the company,
Well, having not slept in the last 24 hours, I thought it would be a great task to maintain any sort of sensibility throughout. But from the minute it started, it's an exhilarating process. It's amazing how exciting the entire process of the auction is, and I'm sure all the esteemed franchisee owners on the dais will agree with me. It's something which I'm pretty sure most of us are doing for the first time, but it's been a very exhilarating experience for each and every one of us. How much? So if we tell you all our strategies, then they'll all get to know and they'll take my players, no? There's been an in-depth research. Everybody has their teams in place, a research team, their coaches. We've all been consulting with them for a fair amount of time. So judging from the buys that have been made so far in the A category, I'd say each and every team has done their research very well. And so far as whatever has transpired, I think each and every team has made very intelligent buys. And the auction only promises to get more exciting from here on in. But I think everybody has pretty much got the teams that they were set out to buy.
Abhishek, hi. You are balancing, your shoot in Shimla and Kabaddi here. But there's also news if you're going to Cannes for, you're hosting a charity dinner on 22nd May. Are you headed there?
Yes, ma'am. I've come from Shimla. I fly back to Chandigarh and then drive up to Shimla for a night shoot tonight. I'll finish the night shoot and 6 o'clock I'll drive down to Delhi and take a flight to Cannes. Aishwarya and I are hosting the Amphar dinner, which is Cinema Against AIDS. That's on 22nd night. I'll finish that, drive to Nice and take a flight back to Delhi and then drive up to Shimla again. Yeah, it's good. You get to sleep on the flight.
I wish I hadn't said that last bit, because the 28th of May is a very special day for Abhishek. That's when he gets to sleep a bit. But Ronnie, I know that you are also making some very important inroads into the heart of Mumbai to try and create more excitement and try and make sure that the sport really bursts through. And I'd love to hear from you just a little bit on that, if you don't mind, because I know that also is such an important initiative apart from picking up players here in the auction and the Pro Kabaddi League.
Yeah, so two things. One, just to add on the auction process, I think the reason everyone needs to understand here is the focus is the sport and the focus is the teams. And I think the coaches have done an incredible amount of work also along with each of the teams to do it. I think the other part is Mashal has really organized this in a very good manner in which there is an overall ceiling, and therefore that also helps the entire way in which everyone balances it, because again the focus is back to what is the team and how do we balance it off. And the first 2 years is very, very important that we have 8 balanced teams, and I think that's really the critical part. What we started as an experiment about a month ago, and that was only because we really discovered that there are so many clubs here, and this is just Mumbai I'm talking about. If you go to Raigad, Ratnagiri and parts of Maharashtra, the volume of the people who play Kabaddi goes even more. And so while we have for the first 2 years got the selected process already, I think it's important that we invest in players from here onwards. So we are actually having inter-club tournaments on weekends at various places in Mumbai, and then we'll move that around to Maharashtra to spot 4 people who we think can come into our team next year and the year after that. Because I think from base one, if we can start building talent outside of cricket, I think most of the other sports that need support in India, and especially something like Kabaddi, we need to find talent at a very young age. And I think that's what we've been planning to do.
Well done, Ronnie. Thanks. Truly, it's a great initiative. May I also very quickly add, आप लोगों ने किसी ने बीच में कहीं कहा था कि यहाँ वो है और वहाँ ये है और यहाँ प्रीति है और यहाँ वो है, तो हमारे पास भी राधा है. And Radha, there's going to be a lot of attention on you, because I mean people say, हाँ ठीक है. Oh, ये कौन है भाई? So you are our only leader, as it were. and a lot of people keep saying, take us to your leader. And we're here, and you're here. And I'd just love to hear a little bit about how, hopefully, even in areas that you normally move in, hopefully there's a churn now in, oh,